I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. I am Sori, Vin is on his way, and we're in the middle of a DJ stream. This one is for Negative Vibes. Oh, there it is, up there. Negative Vibes. The next song on our list is by a group called Shad. The song is called Epilogue.
I don't think it's
Think it's Shade?
I don't think it's a group. I think it's just a one dude, right?
Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about him, so.
It's Long John. He probably means long joint, which means this song is going to be longer than normal for a rap song, I think is what he means to say. As Negative Vibe just said, it's just one guy. Shad, Epilogue, Long John. Let's go. Oh, I love the beats. I love the beat.
But really I'm sick of rapping, but really I miss the passion, you feel me? I miss the scene, you feel me? I miss the action, I miss touring, miss America, miss the pageant. I'm still married to that dame, no the game is Mrs. Jackson to me. Rappers love talking, it's epic. When we talk of our exit from showbiz, nobody noticed we left it. Was hedging bets at the school of Texas, holding Rolexes and Lexuses. Just a second, I got a test, but I'm blessed. I got to live and learn, literally. Did a term, then went to gig and earn, just let it burn. Words I could grow up, no, I don't mean grow pot, I mean getting that dope though. I still gotta grow lots, live real stories, grow plots. They wanna mow crops and grow guap and find some Botox robots to co-op. But y'all know me, don't stop. I just go off, I stay on point. For the heads is cuts and mohawk, for heads is headstrong, and heads with dreads on and white cornrows, although that's dead wrong. But listen, this is all inclusive for all humans, just for y'all amusement. Music for the blue collar dudes and all the college students. I'm Paul Wall in 05 and I'm car pollution, and I'm James Harden hooping all meaning I'm a problem, Houston. A constant nuisance, I cause confusion. Hold on, this song's long as a constitution. It's just I got a lot of thoughts that are hard to explain. I'm trying to try a little tender, but I'm hard in the brain. Hard-headed thoughts darken and charred in the flame. I'm talking black, pardon the slang. But the flame is like flock, a young man always gotta go hard in the paint. We talk foul and offensive, they call charging the game. But even activists targeting targets and chain stores can get chained to the same war, same arms taking aim. Arm, leg, arm, head, we all the same. One race feeling safe when we start in our lanes. On our march till that gun spark reminds us of young scars, makes us all start to run far from the pain. So we take off and we hide and we harbor the shame. And as we grow older, damn, it only gets hard to change. It's getting heavy, I don't wanna let my people down. I'll fight the evil within until I'm beneath the ground. Sleeping sound, that's my deepest vow. Till I take my deepest bow, I'll keep reaching out through these speakers now. Gary told me my album should be called Food Court, cause I only talk about food justice and hoop scores. But on my Jordans this morning without a shoehorn, played a couple games and debated the use of brute force versus new forms of abuse to make us produce more. Over cold pizza and a lukewarm 2-4. The poor gotta eat, so like first ball we shoot for it. I'm just trying to remember that life is too short. Every second's precious, let's stay up like due north of New York, where my homegirl's trying to quit with the Newports, and my dude's trying to keep the food portions down to 2 courses. I'm trying to build with a lady and maybe move towards forming a team. That's my last reference to sports. I promise I'm through, these women are getting too bored. Calling this dude court. Hold on. Just keep it going. Yeah, now the last time I was rocking this, I was rocking a diamond tee, rhyming like rockets would sign him, a dreaming of rocking that diamond Rockefeller before Barack was presiding over the Oval Office. To go to rock, I was grinding it. I still love it, up in front of the public, juggling subjects and couplets. It's funny, my stomach plummets right before every time that I'm fine when some drums hit. Drumsticks in buckets backstage with Subway sandwiches. Man, I'm lucky as what? This is what I do for the ducats. No soul sucking for pay stubs, I'm nobody's puppet. Now I'm buzzing cause this stuff is in my blood like an IV. But just cause I love it, it's not my ID. I mean, I'm wrapped in these rhyme schemes and I rap to define me, but rap doesn't define me. Trust that I'll be fine when the shine leaves. Dudes used to say, would you rhyme please? They had to push me to start like they couldn't find keys. Now I'm regarded the most rewinded Rwandese, London born, but not that one renowned for the grime scene. Yeah. Check it out. I'm sending this one to my fam and my old friends and fans who follow all the tweets that I don't send. My man G is on the net, no goaltend. My plan B, I just left cause I goes in. I'm into 30 for 30 docs and 30 rock. Why? Cause I'm 30 and cause I'm kind of a nerdy jock. I remember before Jigga made 30 hot and I still front on Justin a little cause of that dirty pop. I had CeeLo on cassette back when he would rap. Sitting up in my room with that Moesha track. That was back when North America made cars. Now inner cities look like outer space. We only make stars. I remember we didn't care when we ate carbs. I remember dreaming of that day when we would take charge. I'm seeing the seeds of future change right now in the present. As we work in our fields here, grounding a message in real life lessons, getting right down to the essence. And we water that like a fountain when we're counting our blessings, sharing the hopes of our hearts and the doubts and the questions. See the seeds sprouting the trees that leave thousands of fresh ones. Haven't got there yet, but I found some direction. I'm not a Catholic, but these tracks is a sound of confession. It's like I said them in heaven, sent down a postcard over a large ocean of doubt via Coast Guardian angel, just saying we're okay. We've all broke hearts, broke parts, fought and hurt, drank and smoked darts. We're all victims, we're all innocent, no charge. You're free to be who you are, now go and don't harm. The world is so starved for you being unique. As cliche, but it often is with the truth. See, it's nothing too deep and it's nothing new. We all knew it as youth. Seems we just forgot as soon as we grew a few feet. That's why I like to say remember to remember. That's why I like to play my fingers on that fender. That's why I write and play to try to find the light of day in these dark winter nights and bravely bring it to the center. Still some say it's hood nonsense, no good conscience. They got it twisted, it's hood conscious and good nonsense. But check the comments, some supporters got enough hate. My fans don't post I love Shad, they just say Drake. I got no problems with Drizzy of course, and I'm not vexed I can't cop with Drizzy of fours. I'm all good, I even got to give to the poor. And T.O. knows I'm like a Benz in the city of fours. Rob, I'm thinking they're bored with the backpack and like, is he done yet? They're waiting on that hit like Phil Collins with the drum set. In the air tonight, I'm heavy as 2 tons head, sleeping on a kid. I'm breaking down they bunk beds and raising hell like Rev Run said. Watch them stalk as prey and walk this way, slow as the undead. I keep it 100 till sunset, till there's not one breath in my lungs left. The undisputed #1 S. This is a new act called Sinner and Saint, where the singer covers inner pain with glitter and paint and delivers his statements with wit and with vigor and haste. They say the entertainers like Cedric except thinner and great. I'm playing, I'm not a comedy king. Obviously rap bothered me, sorta like Pop's rap. On commons be my policies, quality over quantity, real. Almost at it. My policies, quality over quantity, real girls over drama queens, real world over college dean philosophy, honesty over shock, real thoughts over knocking beats, real talk, it's over when I drop the beat. Yeah, that's good.
That's cool. He made a mistake at the end and he kept it in. He's like, just run it again. And then he kept it in there. Shout out to the homie. I've never, to be honest with you, I've never heard of this.
Buddy that was saying, you know, hold on, yeah, go some more, and then at the end he was like, that's good. That was cute that they had that in there too.
That was his buddy?
Well, it sounded like a different voice to me.
Nah.
What?
When he said I almost had it, he's saying he almost had it done in one take.
No. At the end, the guy says something at the end. He said...
Okay.
He didn't?
He said that's good. I think he's talking about his own shit. I think what happened was like he missed the take, and then he missed that last line, and so he's like, ah, shit, let me do it again. But they kept it. They usually
sounded
like
different. So I thought it was a different.
edit that. They usually like edit that part out, but they, he kept it
the
in
whole
there.
thing.
But Doug Johnson goes, "This is my shit." This dude, it's funny because this is long for a rap song. That's why he said Long John. Mm-hmm. So what was that, like 6 minutes in that song?
Oh, I don't know.
That song was like 6 minutes long. So I don't know. That's long for a rap song. It's kind of funny because it's true. Like you're unless it's a Wu-Tang song where there's like 9 people in the group, and so everybody has to say something. I mean, honestly, like Wu-Tang could have cut their album by like 50% because I don't really feel like a lot of those guys were really that good, to be honest with you. Like some of
really?
like some of the shit that they would say was just like, nah, bro. Like for example, Triumph. Like the first verse on Triumph is probably like the most. It's in the top 3, one of the best verses of all time. Mm-hmm. I'm partial to Biggie. I can't stand Wu-Tang. So that verse on Triumph, the first bomb atomically.
Yeah.
Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I've been dropping these mockeries. Lyrically perform armed robbery. That's probably the greatest verse of all time. But I'm gonna give it to Big because of that song he did with Bone and Biggie. That verse, Armed and Dangerous. Both of those songs are like they both came out the same year, '97. Both of their albums went like head up with each other, like boom. But that verse is probably that's probably the best verse of all time. But I'm not gonna give it to him because it's Wu-Tang. But him and then Method Man came next as a world tour, and I spread like germs. Bless the globe with the pestilence, a hard head and never learn. Like, okay, great. All the rest of the verses after that were trash. They were trash. They were absolute garbage. And I don't care how big of a hip-hop head you are, only Wu-Tang Clan fans know that song after verse 2. Like, so
really?
my point is Wu-Tang to me is one of the most overrated like hip-hop acts of all time. But the original point was you're not going to hear a rap song that's 6 minutes long. Generally speaking, you're just not. Because it's usually verse, chorus, and it's usually 16 bars, and that's it. And they'll even say, like, my 16s are better than your 16s. It's like, that's it. That's all it is. Especially now when I'm starting to notice is these dudes are doing 2 verses. Like that Vaughn song, I mean, I love the song, but, like, they could have done it, like, back in the day, but it's all good. Like, now, like, that Vaughn's, like, cousins, one of my, like, he's talking about, like, one of their ops is their cousins. He talking shit about, but they outside. Boy, we on your cousin. Heard your OG just got married. Boy, we on your husband. I hope you niggas bought your guns because we bought a dozen. Boom, boom. They only 2 verses on that song. And Vaughn doesn't even have any. He's got one. No. He's got 1 verse on that song, but it's like 8 bars. So the songs are like 2.5 minutes now. You know what I'm saying? Like 3 minutes, and like I'm cool with that. Like they're able to say what they have to say, and then boom, they're out. See, Davey says, look at that. Mo Murder is my shit. I told you. Right before we go tooling up, we put that shit on. Mo Murder. Bone's another one. Bone Thugs though, like they had more than Bone Thugs is a way better rap group to me than Wu-Tang. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, I haven't heard enough of either one.
I don't even think it's close.
Much of an opinion.
I don't even think it's close. And I'm supposed to say the opposite because Wu-Tang is from New York and Bone Thugs is from Cleveland. But I don't even think it's close. Like the shit that Bone Thugs did in 90, 92, 93, there are rap groups right now that have taken that's like there's this group called Migos. You don't know who they are. But they basically just completely stole all of Bones' style.
Oh, no.
And they've become...
Really?
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, that shows you... There's nobody biting off of Wu-Tang Clan now. Like, nobody's stealing that shit where it's like, obviously, you took from Wu-Tang. But Wu-Tang, you're just supposed to say you like them because that gives you, like, your hip-hop bona fides. But I never liked Wu-Tang. Never. I just thought they were just completely overrated. I don't think that they were as good as everybody said that they were. But that's just my opinion.
I remember one time that we were at a restaurant and like you and this waitress started talking about Wu-Tang. Remember?
Yeah.
And I was like, because I had no input in the conversation because I didn't know shit about it. And then you guys had like a back and forth conversation about it. And then she left. And then you were basically saying she doesn't know them because she just talked about like the one main song that they had.
Yeah. So when she came back, I was like, "Yo, what's your favorite Method Man song?" She had no idea. She had no. I was like, I told you, she don't know shit. She ain't no fucking Wu-Tang Clan fan. Yeah, but Wu-Tang. Yeah, man. I'll go to my grave saying that there is no way that Wu-Tang is even close to being as good as Bone Thugs was. I was better than half of those people in that group. I'm dead ass serious. And so were all my friends. But Bone Thugs, they did something. They literally pushed the art form forward. Like in a completely different... It's people say what they want. Almost like what Korn did. Although Bone Thugs did something that was like... I would say it added complexity to rap that... Like you had to be able to sing. You had to be able to...
And where were they from?
They're from Cleveland.
Oh.
And they were singing, they were rapping, they were singing and rapping at the same time. Like, and now Drake, all these guys that are like quadrillionaires now, all that shit started from Bone Thugs.
Wow.
Like nobody today talks about how Wu-Tang Clan influenced rap. I'm sorry. It was just you just wanted to say that Wu-Tang was good because they were hood and all this shit, but they weren't really. No. And Bone Thugs had like classics like. You can listen right now, Mo Murder. You can listen to Mo Murder right now, and you could actually turn Mo Murder. We should probably do that. We should probably turn Mo Murder into a metal cover. That's what we should do.
Oh man!
Because that song is metal as fuck.
Yes, babe. And like, that would be really good.
And you know, I knew a lot of people. I was like, yo, hit this, G. You had somebody that like before we used to go out, he used to be all like, it's just his hands. There's nothing you could do about it. It's nothing you can do about it. He was the guy was completely squared away, but like that calmed him down. That song calmed him down, and he was very efficient after that.
Well, that takes that James verse to a whole nother level, huh?
He took care of business after that.
Wow.
But this song, I really really like this song. The name of the song is Epilogue. I'm assuming on this record that this is the last song on the record. Because the name of the thing is Epilogue. So he's just talking about probably like his entire experience with rap. And he says a lot of shit on this song. He was just letting it go.
He said a ton on it.
See right here, it's a Negative Vibe says it was the last song on it.
Right.
So it starts, what does he say? It starts off, he's saying, I'm really tired of rapping is what he says.
I'm sick of rapping, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me try to
but
get
really,
that.
I miss the passion. You feel me?
Yeah, go ahead. Say what he was saying, because I gotta
miss the
find
scene.
the
You
actual
feel me?
thing
I miss
there.
the action. I miss touring. I miss America.
There it is right there.
I'm still married to that dame. The game is Miss... I didn't understand that. I'm still married to that dame. The game is Miss Jackson to me. Mrs. Jackson to me.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know what he was trying to say.
But really, I'm sick of rapping, but really, I miss the passion. You feel me? I miss the scene. You feel me? I miss the action. I miss touring. I miss America. I miss the pageant.
I like the way that he... Yeah.
That wordplay is crazy.
Because he like brought the A out.
You get it? Miss America? Miss America?
He misses America, but also Miss America, and then he goes on to say the pageant.
I miss America. I miss the pageant.
Yeah.
Right? Like Miss America. I miss America. Mm-hmm. I'm still married to that dame, meaning he's still married to America. He's still American.
Oh.
But he's also still married to the rap game as well. See what I'm saying?
But he said the game is Mrs. Jackson to me.
Yeah, sorry, Miss Jackson.
Okay.
And remember, it's like forever, ever. You know. So it's a famous line in the song where he's with this, never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a million times. So he broke up with this girl, but then there's a line where he says, "We'll be together forever," and then he goes, "Forever, ever, forever, ever."
Oh no!
So he's saying like he's married to the rap game basically. He's gonna be with it forever. That's why he says like the game is Miss Jackson to me. Because he's with the game forever, basically, is what he's saying. Rappers love taking this epic when we talk about our exit from showbiz.
Curb Your Enthusiasm when they want to renew their vows and she wants him to say like for now and forever, like into eternity.
Yeah.
And he was like, because he just wanted to this life is enough.
Yeah.
It's so terrible.
Like completely practical. Like let's not.
The next life too. I mean.
And then he says, rappers love talking this epic. when we talk about our exit from showbiz, so nobody noticed we left it.
I know. I was like, oh my gosh.
Let's hedge your bets at the School of Texas. Hold them Rolexes, some Lexuses. Just a second, I got a test, but I'm blessed. So that's I consider it a marketing tool. Jay-Z was like, "This is my last
a marketing
record."
tool?
Yeah, Jay-Z was like, "I'm retiring. This is my last record," and then he had this big thing at Madison Square Garden, and that's what he said. The song from Marcy to Madison Square for the only thing.
Yeah.
So
that one I remember.
But he did. He made like more records after he retired than before. You know what I'm saying? So it was.
Yeah,
I
but
look at it as a brilliant
Maybe-
marketing tool.
Well, it might be a marketing tool, but it also might be that when you have like the pressure that you have to come out with an album, and then when the pressure is off, maybe you can go back to be like chill about it. You know what I mean? Like you don't have. You said you were done.
Well, it worked so good for Jay that a bunch of rappers started doing it. They started retiring. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
So
Pat,
now nobody believes it.
well, it's not that nobody, but like Pat was talking about retiring, and like I love Papoose, but like I'm the only human being on the planet that would care if Papoose retired. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not big enough
Yeah.
to retire
Yeah.
and have it mean anything. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is like, what's the difference between you just stop making records and you retiring? Like, I only feel like a couple rappers can actually retire and have it mean something. Like, if Eminem, if Eminem would have, I don't even know why I did that, because we really don't need your computer.
For the lyrics?
You hear yourself?
No, I don't have my thing plugged in.
See, I feel like
Hello.
there
Yes,
you
I
go.
hear
If
myself.
Eminem would have retired.
Yeah.
I actually think that would have solidified him as like in the top 5.
Oh yeah, I think
But
you're
the
right.
fact that he didn't retire and he kept putting out records and they
Yep.
were just not like they were. There's never been a record where Eminem put out like a whack song like, "Yo, this is trash. Like this dude can't rap." I didn't like the whole.
Yeah, but there was one that he did where it was like there was no theme. It was just a bunch of rhyming words, right?
Yeah, Rap God. But that had a big splash to it because people was like, "Yo," but like it got to the point where it's like, oh, he's just stringing words together. He's not really changing with the time. He's not really evolving. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
It was kind of like, you know, whereas like Jay, and that's why I don't really like Jay-Z that much, but I put him as number 1 just because Jay-Z in every era and epic of rap has been able to stay relevant and make it work. Mm-hmm. And like to this day, you'll see dudes like still have reverence. I was just watching 21 Savage talking about Jay and all, like he's still in the industry and all the rest of it, where Eminem is kind of like, it's kind of like he hung out in a cave. And he's a better rapper now than he was back then. But as far as like staying relevant, staying with the time, he's having a very hard time doing that because he's not adjusting his style to the current situation that we're in. And
okay.
So if he would have retired like 5 years ago, that would have been significant. There's only a few rappers where if they were to announce a retirement, like if Eminem did it now, it wouldn't be as significant. But if he did it 5 years ago,
Right.
it would have been huge.
Right.
If you would have retired 5 years ago and then like went on a tour or whatever, like the Up and Smoke tour final or whatever, or the Gone and Smoke tour or whatever, like that would have been it. But because he keeps putting records out and they're all kind of the same, and like his life hasn't really, that's the thing about Eminem. He's like more of a personal rapper. He raps about what's going on personally. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's very hard because he's pretty much in the same space. He's not fighting with Kim anymore. He recovered from his drug addiction. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I still say, I'll still say, you want to talk about lyricism, just plain like lyricism, who can put some words together and like come up with cool punchlines and come up with shit. Like you listen to Eminem like 5 years from now, you're going to find some shit that he said that you missed. Like that
Really?
you don't understand, that you're like, oh my God, that's what he meant when he said that. Like I'm still doing that with Big to this day. Like that's one of the things that separates like the top guys
yeah.
of all time versus just like flash in the pan type rappers. Eminem's still in my top 5, and if Eminem is not in your top 10, I understand he kind of fell off. If he's not in your top 10, you're a damn liar or you don't know rap. Period. I understand putting Big Pun over him because Big Pun died too early, and lyrically, if you say, okay, who could put which words together, I'd give the nod to Pun. But you cannot put Big Pun as like an overall rapper above Eminem because Eminem has way too much body. His body of work is too large, and his versatility was too much. Like Eminem could do, well, the real Slim Shady Please Stand Up, which I didn't like. I never liked that song because I was in the hood at the time, so like I didn't like any of that funny shit because I couldn't relate to it. But you could not deny that it had, and I don't care that he's white. I don't care. He did it. There were a lot of white people that tried to rap. Like, there was Ice, Vanilla Ice and all the rest of it. And he had a little flash in the pan, but he never, he's a joke now. And people were saying, oh, Eminem's going to be a joke like Vanilla Ice. No. Like,
no, how come he didn't become a joke like him?
Because he's a real fucking really rapper, man. And then just nobody could fuck with him. There was a couple years where there was nobody that could fuck with this dude. I don't care. You just, nobody could. That when he came out with, what's that one? Please have the decency in you to leave me alone. You fixing me out in the streets and I'm in the speak. The way I am. Do not come and speak to me. He was really the first guy that mainstreamed, aside from Tupac, mainstreamed emotion in rap. Which is one of the reasons I ended up abandoning rap.
Oh, really?
Was because, like, there was I had so many other different emotions than just like the regular blah, I'm gonna do this and all that. It's everybody we all did that, and then where's the regret, where's the sadness, where's the PTSD, where's the what I'm saying? It was all just I'm gonna do this and I don't care and all the rest of it, and there was nothing for us after the fact.
Oh man.
So
wow.
Because you couldn't show any kind of weakness. So Eminem was able to like really put more emotions and shit into the music. You know what I'm saying? So is that what
you think popularized him? Besides the fact that he was just very good at what he did?
Well, no. Obviously, there are obvious reasons for why he was popularized, but
no, I'm saying, do you think that had an effect? Like, I guess my question is, the way that you feel about wanting the emotions more well-rounded, I guess you could say, so that way there's something for after. Then were a lot of people like that, or was that just something that you were kind of?
Well, Eminem wasn't rapping about shooting people because he wasn't a shooter. He wasn't shooting anybody, so he wasn't rapping about shooting. So you got the shooting
stuff over there, and then you got the.
He was rapping about the shit he was going through with his mother. He was rapping about being in the trailer park, or not necessarily the trailer park, but being poor and white trash or whatever. Which there was that co-belligerency between us being in the ghetto and all that, and so he was. He had, but it just, the game kind of passed him by, and he never really, you could tell that he was always kind of like in a cave, like working on his craft, trying to be a better rapper, but he never understood, like, but there's other factors. Big was the master of that. Jay-Z kind of took Big's Big was able to do pop music and still say hard shit in the pop music. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, so, like, that song Hypnotized, it was a pop song,
Okay.
And he's like, at my arraignment, note to the plaintiff, your daughter's locked up in a Brooklyn basement. Face it, not guilty. That's how I stay filthy. Richer than richer till you niggas come to get me. He basically saying, like, he got caught up in trial, and then the reason that he got found not guilty was because he sent a note to the plaintiff and said, hey, your daughter's locked up in a basement, so you make a decision.
Oh my God.
But that's in a rap song. That's Biggie, 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 can't you see? Sometimes and that's on MTV. And they didn't blank out the words. That's the thing. It's like Biggie was a genius because you had these guys that are like Onyx or like these, MOP. You remember that song where they did the Eye of the Tiger? You rap, word to the mommy, edit full charm and get hit with the llama, fuck Giuliani. That's not going to be played on MTV. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to play it on MTV. No way. But Biggie was able to, like, say that slick shit. So the gangsters were like, oh, okay, I can fuck with this. And then it was MTV, and all the white girls were dancing. Everything was cool. Biggie invented that. Jay perfected that, And Eminem didn't have to do that because he was getting MTV, he was getting BET, and then rock stations were playing him. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't have to. So he had advantage, and he took advantage of those things. And good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't deny that he was, but like lyrically, he's in the top 10. As far as like, is he an artist? Yeah, it's been dropping a little bit because he hasn't been able to, really like move with the times. I don't like Jay-Z, but I have to give the nod to Jay.
But he's also getting old. Like, when I think of rap, I don't think of like an older person rapping. You know what I mean? You think of the young.
Yeah, but Jay-Z is more relevant to hip hop now than Eminem is, and Jay-Z is like 15 years older than Eminem.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know what I'm
Except that when I look at Jay-Z, he doesn't look to me as old as Eminem does. But maybe that's just...
Eminem looks pretty good. He doesn't look old. It's just his
I feel like
style. His style is old.
He looks the same as he did.
Yeah, his style is old. You know what I'm saying? He's just because he's like a mad scientist with the lyricism, and I don't care. He's still top 5. But this guy is basically talking about it like, rappers talking about retiring and all this shit. And it's like, nobody would miss you, bro. But now it's just all, he's saying it's all drama. Now I think if Eminem retired, it would be kind of like a joke. Like, nigga, I thought you were already retired. Yeah. But if you did it 5 years ago.
No, I agree with you. That's what he should have done. It would have been
major. And I think he would have solidified his spot. But
yep, I agree. Totally agree.
But he has his moments.
It's like hard, I think, to find that time to say, okay, it's time to call it quits, where it's not waiting too long. It's not going too early, but it's not going too late either. Like kind of that's the thing with Tom Brady, where, I mean, for me anyway, I feel like, ooh boy, how far are you going to toe this line before, like, are you going to win your last Super Bowl and then you're going to bow out? Or are you going to do your last Super Bowl and then go for another one and not get it and know that, what, your body's not.
Tom is more like Jay than he is like Eminem. Like, Eminem hasn't had a Super Bowl moment in a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's why we're saying he should have done that.
Yeah, he should have retired like Jay did that Black album. Like, that's a critically acclaimed. That was a Super Bowl, and he was like, "Yo, that's it, I'm out." Mm-hmm. And then he did the Madison Square thing, and it like blew up. Like, boom, that solidified Jay. And if he would have done that, like, it would have been great. I'm not saying he's not a good rapper. I'm just talking about for like dudes that are like hip hop heads, that have been hip hop heads, that didn't like come into the culture as a guest. I'm talking about people that were born and raised in the shit, that own the genre. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like whether or not you still like him. I'm talking about like when you put an album up. I don't even know the name of Eminem's latest album. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, and you can look at Google Trends. It's not just me. It's just, he's just not. But you still have to say that he's one of the greatest. You still have to say that. I don't care what you say. Like, and if you don't say that about M, then there's other things happening. But at the same time, if you say that he's like on par with Jay, there's also other things happening. Snoop is more relevant than Eminem is, for God's sake. Which I'm not a fan of Snoop either, but it is what it is. Okay. So this kid is, I hate to say it, I don't know who this guy is, but he knows his shit. Like, he can rap, like he was just going off. Remember before Jigga made 30 Hot, and I still front on Justin a little because of that Dirty Pop. Okay, so now he's going back in the day. Remember Justin? That's your guy, Justin Timberlake. Dirty Pop, whatever.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I had CeeLo back on cassette when he used to rap, sitting in my room with with that Moesha track. Moesha was a show. Okay, so this girl named Brandy, she was a singer. All right, and so like she was like, you had Mary J. Blige, and then Brandy was like a young Mary J. Blige. She was like a hip hop R&B type person or whatever.
Has Kevin Samuels said that name?
No.
And when he was giving them the ratings, when he used older things. Anyway,
I mean, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he said
that was back when North America made cars. Now inner cities just look like outer space. We only make stars. Such a good line. So that was back when North America made cars. So like Detroit, right? So Detroit made cars.
Okay.
But then like 2008 hit, and that pretty much destroyed the auto industry. So now inner cities just look like outer space. We only make stars. So it's basically the only hope that you have. The only hope that you have in the inner city, usually, that's a stereotype, is a drug dealer, basketball player, or rap star. Wow. So that's basically what he's talking about. Like, you don't have those other opportunities anymore. I remember when we didn't care when we ate carbs. I remember dreaming of the day that when we would take charge. I'm seeing the seeds of future change right now in the present, and we're working our fields, like grounding the message. So like, this is like real shit, because this is not just like hood shit. Like, now this is part of just like maybe growing older, becoming more conscious of your health or whatever. But like, it's just about like him growing up and all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I haven't gotten there yet, but I found some direction. But I'm not Catholic. But these tracks is the sound of confession, which is really cool, because like, in my opinion, that's what art form is supposed to be about.
That just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's what rap's supposed to be about. Shad is based in London, Canada, which is right across the bridge from Detroit. Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so he definitely is feeling that. Like, he knows what he's talking about in that regard. For sure, for sure. I agree, Goth Mama. I agree. Aaliyah was my favorite. Like, hip-hop girl type person. Because she had that kind of, like, jockey look. She wasn't really selling sex, in my opinion. She wasn't. Maybe if I look back, she probably was. But she wasn't really selling sex. I really liked Aaliyah a lot. Aaliyah was my favorite one. So yeah, I really like this song because it really takes you back. You could sit and like just like really break down this song for hours.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
It takes so many scrolls to get to the bottom of the lyrics because he said so much in.
I know. But he was really on his shit. Okay, I'm gonna give this song a 9.9. The only reason I'm not giving it a 10 is because I wanted that Brother Ali song to win the day because I related it to it so much. But Michelle A. Okay, Michelle A. Michelle A. was a little bit before like I really became hip hop conscious. I'd say that Lauryn Hill is her own category. She is so good that she is her own category.
Oh wow, that's cool. 9.2 for me.
Okay, we got one more, guys. One more. Hold on. We got one more song. Having said that, dear listener, you squares. DJ Mike Franco gives it a 9.8. DJ Mike Franco, by the way, was one of our original DJs.
Yeah, yep.
For sure. Little Kim was my favorite female rapper for quite some time. She probably is my favorite all-time.
She wasn't selling sex though, was she?
Female rapper. No, she was selling sex. But she was a real live gangster. She was a real gangster. So that's why I loved her. Among other reasons. Daniel, don't listen to any Lil' Kim. Okay? There's that. All right. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.